Hey, what's up, YouTube? So for this update, I just wanted to discuss this watermelon vine I have here. So to get straight to the point, it basically has a lot of female blooms, and it's more than I can recall from seeing from any of my other vines. I'll find some right now, which isn't hard to do. So here's a female bloom that's had to be from yesterday, and I know it's from yesterday because of the brown tip, and the blooms that closed the day of, they have this dull looking yellow color. So, and then the new blooms will be how this oh look, this female there's another one right here. That's what I'm saying. I think there's two or three female flowers per liter from what I'm seeing. So this vine itself is been giving off about maybe about 10 female blooms a day, guys. So this is a bloom that will be opening tomorrow. See the sweet ant right there? Those are former pollinators. I depend on sweet ants for pollination. I depend on I depend on bees. So you can see here is another female bloom that was opened recently, earlier today. And I just grabbed a couple of male blooms that had closed earlier today, and I just felt like maybe the sweet ants didn't have access to the blooms anymore because, you know, it's closed. So I just opened those blooms up. I dabbed it in there a couple times so I can help pollinate also. And then as you see, sweet ants are still going in there. So it's actually a good thing that I did do that, because I helped open that flower up a little more because it was fully closed. So I basically wanted to discuss, looks like we have Fruitset right here. And you can tell we have Fruitset because of the size of the female flower. So this was a bloom from yesterday, and you can tell by the dark end on it. This is a bloom from today. You can tell because it has a yellow end on it, a yellow end that's closing. And this is another one that I tried to pollinate myself. And here's another one right next to it. And as I said, each leader has its own bloom. So if we look here at this leader right here, it leads all the way up, and it zigzags over there. And we have this leader that zigzags, boom, into a female bloom. And we actually have two blooms. So 1, 2, and then we have this guy here that was pollinated. And this is three leaders. So each leader has its own female bloom, guys. I also wanted to document this plant because I want you guys to have this type of success also. I'm obviously gonna have a few fruits on here. I saw the honeybees earlier, but the rain came at pollination time. So that's and with watermelons, you have a short pollination window. So it's only a couple hour window to begin with, maybe about 4 or 5 hours. And it's especially dependent on heat. If there's a lot of heat, those blooms close way faster, guys. So let's see if we can find more blooms, which isn't hard to do. So this is a female bloom that looks like it didn't set. I know it didn't set because it has the brown end on it and it's starting to yellow out. And it's obviously not swelled up like the other one was. And if we can just get comparison note from my pinky, so it's up from the top pinky joint to my pinky to the tip of my pinky finger. All right. And I've already seen about 10 female blooms on here, so that's another one. And I'm telling you, it's about 10 a day. Look, this is another one. Oh, it looks like it's set because it's starting to swell. Oh, perfect. So it looks like the bee may have gotten to that one. Here's a female bloom that's going to be opening up tomorrow. I'm telling you, they're everywhere. And I'm not sure which vine this is yet. There's another female bloom that was opened earlier. I'm not sure if it's set or not. And I could just go around hand pollinating all these, but it's unnecessary at the moment because it's putting out so many blooms. And I just also wanted to discuss a method of maximizing pollination. So basically, if you see these leaders, they go out in their own directions. Now you can see how neat this left side of the bed is, and then you can see how that's just sticking out. I left that out on purpose because the ants are obviously still going between those 3 to 4 blooms that are open, and that are semi-open, because I dabbled with them a little bit, so the ants are able to pollinate. And I opened up a couple male flowers and sat them right there. And as you can see, the male flowers closed, and I just pulled the petals off. I'll pull them back, and I just sit it right next to the flower. I'll pull it off and then try to pollinate myself, and then I'll just sit it next to the flower and then let the sweet ants take care of the rest. But you basically want to turn these vines into each other. And why I say turn them into each other is because the amount of actual blooms on here, and it creates less work for the bees. So you don't want the bee to have to fly over here to a male bloom, and if you only got 2 or 3 female blooms over here, it has to touch 26 flowers before it reaches over here. You know what I'm saying? Because there's blooms all over the vinage, so it'll have to hit every flower. It's not like the bee is just going for male flower, then like, oh, I'm going to pollinate this fruit. No, it's just touching all the flowers. So you have to make the job easier for yourself and the bee. So it's a new bloom right here. Run back, 1, 2, and then like there's sweet ants all over these vines. So they're loving the pollen, guys. So basically, all I did was every vine, if you can imagine, this whole bed had vines coming out in every direction like that. Basically like like a star pattern, I'll say. So it was going out in every direction, and I just left that one. And basically, I'm going to turn that one inward tomorrow in the morning before the blooms open. I get out here as early as possible. So I'm just going to turn that into here, and basically all the blooms are going to be right into each other. You know, they're going to be right next to each other. It's not going to be an issue. Say for instance, this arm right here, you can see. Well, you may not be able to tell, but you can see that it wasn't going that direction. Like, watermelon vines don't travel in a curved pattern. You know, they just travel straight out. So any vine that you see that's in a curved pattern, such as this, I curved it inwards. That just makes the job easier for the bees, guys. So if you want to get successful pollination, or just a higher rate of pollination, you know, just turn those vines in toward each other, and that's all you have to do, really. As long as you turn them in toward each other, there really shouldn't be any issue. And now, if we can recall that I measured my pinky finger, it was from the top pinky joint all the way to the finger, all the way to the tip of my pinky finger. This here goes to the second pinky joint, up from the top of the pinky finger. So that's Fruitset, guys, because no other blooms on this vine are that large. You see, they all have the average size of being from the tip of my pinky finger up to the first joint. So by this one being up to the second joint, that's Fruitset. Now that's one fruit, but considering the amount of female blooms on here, I mean, if I can have 10 female blooms open, I want 10 female blooms to pollinate. That's just the type of person I am with these watermelons. But I mean, if I could get 2 or 3 to pollinate, then that's super fine with me. Now this one obviously didn't set. You can see how small it is, and it set yesterday. I mean, and it opened yesterday because it has a dead end on it, but it didn't enlarge. So if you see a bloom that hasn't enlarged, it's not set, guys. So that's just my tip for how to maximize your pollination, and just a documentation video of this actual vine that's putting out so many female blooms. Now I won't know what type of vine it is until the fruits are large enough for me to discern what watermelon it is. But at this point, I can only assume it's either Congo or a Charleston Gray. I doubt it's Charleston Gray though, because I don't remember these many blooms on it. and I'm not proficient enough to tell watermelon vines apart by the foliage yet. Now I can tell you that this is a black diamond right here, and the 2 new vines that I did plant were black diamond and black diamond and Congo. So this is black diamond, so I'm highly assuming that this prolific vine here is Congo, and it's a fast grower. So I'm highly assuming that that's Congo, but I'm not sure yet. So within a couple more weeks, I'll have a good answer for us, guys. I want everybody to have as many melons as I do. All right? Thank you.